Good evening. It's now 5 o'clock. Right now, we're just about 7 hours away from officially entering stage 3 of the governor's plan to get Indiana back on track. Tonight, we want to know what you think about one of the plans in particular, and this is the plan to reopen gyms and fitness centers. So make sure you grab your phone, get it out, vote. Let us know what you think. You can vote at WTHR.com/vote. The question: are you ready to work out, or do you think it's too soon to go to the gym? And as you vote, Karen Campbell is going to explain what we can expect as we head back to the fitness center tomorrow.
Come Sunday, many gyms and fitness centers outside of Marion County will reopen as Indiana moves into stage 3 of getting back on track. The Plainfield Recreation Center in Hendricks County is one of them.
We're basically the community center for the town of Plainfield and a lot of Hendricks County. So we do have a lot more interaction with patrons than what a typical fitness center would have.
Changes start at the door. Upon entering, an employee will greet guests from behind a plexiglass wall wearing a face mask. Equipment spaced 6 feet apart and cleaned after each use.
Well, we always ask our guests to wipe off their equipment before and after their use, but we've added some additional signage to kind of help promote that as much as we possibly can. But we've also designated 1 to 2 employees to be working in the fitness center at all times now, to be constantly going down and wiping off equipment.
Across town in Hamilton County, Thrive Fit in Westfield will reopen Tuesday.
We are really excited. I mean, obviously moving to the next phase is very exciting for us. We've been waiting and ready to open.
Owner Darren Moon says class size will be limited to 20. Each person will work out in their designated square.
We have 7 different hours that we're providing. There's going to be an hour break between each class for us to clean everything. We are going to request that the member cleans off their equipment.
Showing members continued comfort to make them feel safe.
Over time, we're going to get there. We feel like it's just going to take, we're going to be patient.
Yeah, we are learning about patience, aren't we? Well, don't forget to keep voting. You can do so throughout the newscast. All you have to do is go to WTHR.com/vote. Really let us know if you plan to head back to the gym tomorrow. Also, we want to let you know that there are some staggered openings. For example, the local Ys aren't reopening all of them right away. However, the Fishers, the Hendricks Regional Health, and Witham Family Ys do plan to reopen to guests. That will be starting on this Sunday. Now, you know, Memorial Day weekend, that's when pools traditionally reopen, and they will reopen this weekend. And so we wanted to know, well, they're open, but is it really safe to go swimming? That was a good question. So we wanted some answers. I contacted an expert at Purdue University. He studies how pool chlorine reacts to contaminants. His name is Professor Chip Blatchley. And he told me that pool water itself unlikely to spread the coronavirus.
You know, if you go to a pool that's operated well, where they maintain chlorine at an appropriate concentration, somewhere between 1 and 5 milligrams per liter, then really in the water, the virus is really not a threat. But again, outside the water, then we do need to be concerned the same way that we are in every other setting.
And here we are talking about outdoor pools. Now, Blatchley went on to say that social distancing in all those areas around the pool outside, that includes the locker room, the restroom, the snack bar, the pool deck, is key to make sure that you practice social distancing to stop the transmission of the coronavirus.
Well, as you can imagine, there is a lot of mixed feelings about Marion County restaurants beginning to reopen tomorrow. In fact, they'll be able to only offer dining outside, and that means the city is going to close down some streets, giving restaurants a little bit more space for people to maintain social distancing. Tonight at 5, our own Mary Mills explains why some Mass Ave business owners say they do not like this plan.
Barricades and social distancing signs going up along Mass Ave, which closes to traffic Friday. The measure meant to help restaurants hit hard by the pandemic by letting them expand outdoor seating into the right-of-way.
For us to be able to use this extra space and really get those numbers up is great for us. We're really excited about it.
But not everyone's happy about the street closure, including the owner of Silver in the City.
I was completely taken by surprise.
Which just reopened today, and tomorrow will have no parking out front.
All of us are just sinking into a hole that's only getting deeper, and closing the streets just hits us when we're already down.
Kristen Cohn is among 24 business owners who sent a letter to the mayor saying they had no input on the closing and it should be halted. The owner of 45 Degrees wrote that letter.
There needs to be an open forum where we can be heard instead of told.
Bill Pritt says while he plans to apply for a permit to expand his seating, there's no reason to close the entire street.
I'm not opposed to expanding my footprint if I can do it safely and effectively, okay? But number one, I'm not willing to do it at the expense of other people.
DPW's Dan Parker told us closing the street is needed for social distancing.
The pedestrian corridor will be right around that double yellow line.
He says while Mass Ave will lose about 400 metered spots, there are nearly as many within a block or two. Parker says the intersections, the cross streets here will remain open and delivery trucks will be able to access Mass Ave until 11 each morning. Cohen says that's fine, but not enough.
You know, I hear that we'll make adjustments along the way and see how it goes, but closing the streets is not up for change.
Now, several business owners opposed to the closure. They met with the mayor's staff today via Zoom. And Kristen Kahn, as you just heard from, she says they were told the city will now monitor things first and they may actually reopen the streets before July 4th. But that's if the city finds those closed streets are not actually needed. We'll keep you updated on that developing story. Meanwhile, tonight, take a look at this. The city of Carmel plans to reopen the Monon Greenway and the Midtown Plaza tomorrow afternoon. They say that they will stay open as long as the COVID cases in the city don't spike. There will be signs up encouraging people to please wear masks. And if this goes well, the city plans to bring back Monday movies as well as Tuesday music at Midtown in Carmel.
As always, we want to make sure that you have the facts and not fear as all these places reopen. And we want to let you know that we are still seeing hundreds of new cases reported daily. Granted, they aren't always from the same 24-hour period. But for example, just today, the State Department of Health reported 676 new cases. That is the fifth highest number of cases that they've reported to date. And it is the highest number that we've seen since May 5th. That's when they reported 838 cases. So we've mapped it out for you because visually sometimes that really can help. You can see a spike in the chart. We have blue lines that show the daily numbers, while the green lines and dots track the 7-day average. We'll work to get that to you. And we want to let you know that most of the new cases that were reported today, most of them were in Marion, Elkhart, and Lake counties. Keep in mind that Marion, Lake, and Cass counties are the counties not moving on to stage 3 tomorrow. That for those counties is postponed until June 1st. Now let's go to Boone County, where there's concerns northwest of downtown Indianapolis. They have concerns about 14 new COVID-19 cases that were reported there in just the last 2 days. The county's reported nearly 300 cases to date. A lot of them have been connected to long-term care facilities in Boone County. However, most of these newest cases were not linked to long-term facilities, and there's concern that there now could be some community spread there in Boone County. So a heads up, if you live there, if you work there, if you need to be tested, you can go to Lebanon High School every weekday from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, and that's where they're having testing for residents in Boone County. We're also now getting a lot better idea of what the fall semester could look like at IU. The school's president just sharing some new recommendations. These are from the new Restart Committee that it was comprised of faculty and staff. The committee, chaired by the IU School of Medicine dean, suggests comprehensive COVID-19 screening, testing, and management for all students, faculty, and staff. This is how it will play out. Beginning June 1st, any member of the IU community can get tested at different IU health locations all across the state. Also right now, they're exploring whether or not graduate students can return for their research activities around June 1st. The president is considering the suggestion that the fall semester includes some kind of return to on-campus learning.